Hello, everybody. This is Napa Fan, and this is the 15th race in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, season number 1. We are here at the Watkins Glen International Raceway for the Herr's Live Life with Flavor 355-kilometer race. Starting on the pole for the race here today is the number 27 of Warren Henniger, and this is one of those racetracks where if you stay in the lead, you're going to be in there quite a while. We will have pit stops, but there will be no cautions throughout the race here today. So let's get to the starting lineup. Henniger starts on the pole. Toussaint alongside him. Blaine Keys, Matt Dallio, Regan Whitlock, Alan Cavignaro, Cameron Garlington, Jonathan Skivnicki, Riley White, Jesse Turner, Zachary Fitzwater, J.J. Wording, Cameron Gaidu, L.J. Mills, Christian Master, Jacob Reed, Austin Spencer, Stuart Gratton, Justin Roberts, Aaron Walpole, Mason Powers, Cody Hagan, Biff Crafton, Diego Stevenson, Raja Caruth, Gabriel Marcio, Eric Powers, Garrett Zanor, Trey Bartow, Caleb Hoffman, Aaron Lukes, and Adam Pinchon. With only 2 more races, including this one, until we finish out the chase, you need to win now if you want to be in the chase for the Chick-fil-A Cup. And everybody seems to be coming off okay, so we might see some problems throughout the race for some guys. In my testing here, the leader ended up missing a shift, I do believe, missing a gear, and ended up going to the pit road for it. So there might be some problems on these cars in this race here today. 14 laps around the Watkins Glen International Raceway. We will see some crashes, especially throughout the chicane. And the pace car is going to pull off here. There are no cautions in the race. We should see about one set of pit stops here today. So the cars are getting ready to get to the start-finish line. And here we go. The green flag is out here at Watkins Glen for the Herr's Live Life with Flavor 355. Henniger takes the advantage. Going into turn 1. This is a very fast part of the racetrack here throughout these corners, the S's here at Watkins Glen. Henniger is the leader. Joffrey Toussaint started on the outside pole, has fallen back to a battle here with 3rd place. Usually, lots of times, at least in my testing, I saw a lot of guys go off track throughout the chicane, but nobody's going to do it that time, and everybody is clean. So that's pretty good. Everybody's racing pretty clean here at Watkins Glen. Warren Henniger, the leader in the number 27. He won at Myrtle Beach a couple days ago. Myrtle Beach being a short track here, a road course. He started on the pole. He's going to lead the first lap of the race in the number 27. Blaine Keys is in 2nd place. Now he is in desperate need of a win if he wants to make the chase. So is Joffrey Toussaint and Matt Dallio. Henniger, actually all these guys up front, except for Turner, are really in need. Excuse me, man, I had too much Coke. And really are in need of a win. Henniger does not need a win. With that win at Myrtle Beach, he's already in the chase for the Chick-fil-A Cup. And now it's just racing for more wins and more bonus points when we get into the chase. Hold on just a minute. Okay, I am back now, and I have been gone for about an hour. It's not the first time something like this has happened, but you saw Blaine Keys there. He jumped off. I don't know what I was talking about before here, but we'll make sure that everybody gets through the chicane cleanly, and they do. So Henniger still leads it. So in the time I had been gone, I went to McDonald's, got myself a cheeseburger, a McChicken, some fries, and an apple pie. All delicious. Toussaint trying to get a position on Blaine Keys. Using the outside lane, that may work for him. Turn it up a little bit. There we go. Well, Henniger is out front by quite a bit here at Watkins Glen International. You got Joffrey Toussaint made the move on Blaine Keys. Now he has his sights set on the leader. You got Matt Dalio and Alan Cavagnaro, the top 5. Now we're going to go through the chicane. Again, we'll see. Mainly everybody is going single file now, and we haven't had any crashes yet. Oh, somebody off. That was Jacob Reed, the 19. Dalio trying to get by Blaine Keys there. And we're clean. So, always want to make sure that nobody crashes through that chicane, because when I was testing here, under the same power that the cars are under now, we did have quite a few big crashes in that chicane area there. Joffrey Toussaint in the 48 hasn't really gained too much on the leader, Warren Henniger. Matt Dalio's fastest lap actually pretty good, and so is Cavagnaro's. They're both under 11:12. The leader's fastest lap is above 11 or 1:12, I should say, not 11:12. Joffrey Toussaint still trying to close in, and we should see one set of pit stops here in this race, so look for that later on. Sometimes cars do go wide throughout this area. See wording go off a little bit there. Trey Bartow, the winner of the Steve Burns 400 yesterday, went off a little bit. Got this pack of 5 cars that's kind of fallen back from the rest of the field, so I'm not exactly sure if there was a problem on one of those guys, caused them to get spread apart there. Speaking of spreading apart, or not, anyway, Toussaint is closing in on Warren Henniger. Now, Joffrey Toussaint does not have a win yet this season in that number 48. Neither does the 42 or the 88 or the 11 or the 3. So, 5 out of the top 6 guys have not gotten a win yet this season. Henniger does have a win. He won at Myrtle Beach earlier, so he's in the chase, as I said earlier, with that win. So, right now he's just racing for bonus points once we get to the chase, and racing to add more wins to his all-time win list. He has 1 career win on this channel, looking to make it 2. Eventually that win list will mean a lot more after I do a couple seasons. It will definitely compile up. Some drivers definitely have more wins than others, and it will definitely create some names that will be historic on this channel as we go along. Dalio's fallen back from 3rd. I'm going to make sure everyone got through the chicane again. They did. I'm surprised. No, excuse me. Ugh. That's what happens when you eat at McDonald's, you just... At least for me, I just build up a bunch of stuff in my throat. Okay, I really should be saying that. It's gonna disgust you guys. That's unprofessional. Totally unprofessional. Speaking of unprofessional, no, not Garlington, but Danica Patrick, you know what I mean when I say unprofessional. You think of Danica Patrick. Not Cameron Garlington. He is very professional. But Danica Patrick isn't. Kind of hated that anyone has to drive that car. But that's how desperate Garlington was to get a car in this series. And I'm glad he did. Great friend of mine. And a member of the NRLOA now. And glad he got a car. And he's actually pretty good in points, too, in that number 10. Just as I say it, he overshoots the track, and Riley White takes advantage. Dalio has gotten by Blaine Keys for 3rd. So, that means that Dalio can close up on his teammate, Joffrey Toussaint, if he can. Toussaint has closed in on Henniger here. For the lead. Boy. Not really apt to do this yet today. Toussaint's going to get a run here on the 27. And here there are a couple places on this track where you could go fast enough to get a slight draft. Just like Road America, you can get a slight draft there, because there are places on that track where you can get a slight draft. This track is kind of, I guess you could say, similar to Road America, just by the way it's built. Of course, you got those fast S's right throughout there, and they cause a lot of trouble if you're not careful, of course. And here we go through the chicane. Henniger probably knows that Toussaint's behind him. And they both race the corner through the chicane pretty good. See who else? Oh, Christian Master off a little bit. Will LJ Mills take a position on that? No. Spencer off a lot. And Toussaint has closed right to the back bumper of Henniger. For the lead here at Watkins Glen, Geoffrey Toussaint and Warren Henniger. And wonder when we're going to get pit stops. Toussaint might be able to get a run here. And Dalio's closing in. Dalio's another one of those guys. Definitely needs a win if he wants to make it into the chase. Toussaint knows for sure that if he gets a win, he will be in the chase. And Henniger is trying to hold him off in that number 27. It's going to be another short race. Myrtle Beach and Daytona. The first two of the week? No. The one on Tuesday and Wednesday, both of those races, they were rather short. Indianapolis yesterday was pretty decent length. This one, since we don't have any cautions on the road courses, it's going to be a while, or going to be quite a short time for a race here in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series time-wise. But of course, we will have pit stops, so that will slow it down a little bit. And of course, if we ever had like any crashes, this is why Sonoma was so long time-wise. And here they come in for their pit stops. Henniger in, Toussaint in, Dalio, Keys, Cavagnaro, everybody is coming in. Literally everybody is in the pit road right now. Every single car on the racetrack. Pit lane 1. That should give us a good view to see who wins the race off of the pit road, which is very critical. Now that everyone is on the pit road, it definitely means a lot to win the race off. So we'll see who gets it off first, and it's going to be Henniger, but Toussaint's going to be right behind him. Coming off of the pit road, a little bumpy there. You know, you got to be careful with this bump here. I don't know why it's there. Stupid creators of this track. Nah, I shouldn't say that. And our 2003 track creators are very good at what they do, and it is intensely hard to make NR 2003 tracks. It really, truly is. Henniger's actually pulled away a little bit from Toussaint. Dalio, Cavagnaro. Blaine Keys, I don't know what happened to him, but he did not have a good pit stop in number 42. Whoa, Jesse Turner's off quite a bit. And his teammate, Zachary Fitzwater, is going to take advantage. I'll make sure everyone gets through that. Those pit stops really spread the field out. Two guys actually are still in. That's Stuart Grant and Austin Spencer. So they have problems, and they're in the pits. But Henniger still leads it. He has led every lap of this race in that number 27. We had a two-time winner yesterday at Indianapolis, and it's looking we're going to have another two-time winner with Warren Henniger in the number 27. He is pretty far ahead of Geoffrey Toussaint. Oh, somebody had a problem. Mason Powers with a lot of damage. We'll check and see what happened. Oh. Of course, we didn't really follow this because we went to the leaders, and he overshot the chicane, comes back up, and into the road. Oh, and Skivnicki got a hard hit. And two guys who really have not had good seasons, both getting crash damage there, and now they only got one more shot left to get a win at Nashville. That race is going to be crazy tomorrow, and Skivnicki Whoa, almost comes back on Bartow, trying to control that thing. Looks a lot like Newman's car did when we were here in the Sprint Cup Series at the Watkins Glen Cup race last August, with Newman hitting the tire barrier very hard. Anyway, let's get back up to the leader, and that's Warren Henniger in the number 27. Henniger is doing a very good job through these corners, making sure he executes them very well, and Toussaint is doing the same, but they're just pretty much equal right now. Actually, Henniger's got faster lap times than Toussaint does right now. One guy... No, wait, that's pretty slow for lap time. But either way, Henniger is doing a good job, and Toussaint trying to close into him. He knows if he gets the win, he's in the chase. And the only two cars that are out are Stuart Gratton and Austin Spencer. Actually, it looks like the 20 and the 31s have also gone to the garage as well. So, it's been all Henniger today, and that number 27, looking to get his second career Chick-fil-A Cup Series win. And heading into the chicane once again. Dalio trying to close in on his teammate, but I don't really see it happening. Only unless one of these guys makes a mistake will these guys catch up to him. Of course, Dalio's racing pretty good laps. Toussaint's running a little slow in that 48, but Henniger's doing a good job. You know, all these guys here, well, not all of them. These guys here, I've got a 112 and we got another 112. They're both pretty fast in this race. Henniger leads it with 3 laps to go here at Watkins Glen, and the Herrs live life with flavor 355. Did I tell you guys I love Herrs? I personally know one of the Herrs, so that's why this race is, in quotation marks, sponsored by Herrs. In no way do any of these companies give me money to do this. If you thought that, then you must be new. But really love Herrs. I do personally know one of the Herrs. I do know one of his sons, the guy who made the Herrs company. I know is one of his sons personally. Of course, he's not like my age or anything. He's in his 50s, I think. I don't know. But I do know one of them personally, and I love Herrs chips. They're delicious. So if you ever go to your grocery store and they happen to have Herrs, I'm not sure if Herrs is a national or, you know, East Coast or what, but if you ever see Herrs on the shelf, buy a bag, because they're great. Warren Henniger. He's been great in this race. He's led every lap so far, and that's just kind of how these road course races are, unfortunately. You get that domination in a guy, and Henniger's definitely done that. Saw that at Sonoma, only saw a pass that one on the pit road. But once you get out front at these road courses, there's no looking back. You're going to stay out front, unless, of course, you crash, and that rarely happens. And when a leader crashes, that's kind of a rare thing to see. Of course, this is all just going to shape it up for 3 guys now, with points to make it in. Oh, Christian Masters in. Take some time to see what happened to him. This probably happened ages ago. And, Stuart Gratton and Austin Spencer finally went in the garage area. Okay, this happened a long time ago, as they were going through the chicane on lap 11. Master overshoots the corner and into the wall, into the fence, to the tire barriers. And whoa, Powers got a little loose there. But either way, we'll get to where we were before. I don't know where we were. Where were we? We were I'll just assume we were around this area. Or wait, that's the last lap. Oh, brother, I overshot it. Okay, well, come on, we'll get to it here. I'm very sorry, guys. I shouldn't have reviewed that. Okay, here we go. So, as you can tell, it doesn't look like much happened. I'm the runny-nosed kid in the NR 2003 community, you can say. And I mean that literally, too. Warren Henniger is going to lead at the white flag here at the Watkins Glen International. You got Joffrey Toussaint, Matt Dalio, Alan Cavagnaro, and Regan Whitlock, the top 5. But I really don't think anyone's going to stop Henniger from winning this race and getting his second career win in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Great day for Warren Henniger in the number 27. Going through the chicane, the final time here today at Watkins Glen International. I honestly thought this race would be a little more crazier because it's the next to last race before the chase, of course. But they raced it very clean. And you should be proud of your driver for not racing like an idiot. Of course, nobody really races like an idiot in this series. They are computers, and computers are stupid, but most humans aren't. None of you guys are, that's for sure. I know that for a fact. And especially Henniger, who definitely was smart enough to know how to stay up front here at Watkins Glen. He's going to win the Herr's Live Life with Flavor 355, his second career win in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. And, of course, he's in the chase already with the win he had earlier. But that's another one for him. And 2 more bonus points by the time the chase comes. So, there you go, the official standings of the race. A lot of guys got pretty good finishes. We'll see how it all plays out. We will know all the chase drivers tomorrow morning, Saturday morning. You'll see the Walmart 500 at the Nashville Super Speedway, a 1 1/3 mile racetrack. That's a really good, really great track, really fast, really fun, and it'll be a great race to end the chase, or end the regular season for the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. So you see the whole standings there, and then those guys that are out. It does look like Grattan and Spencer had a crash, and unfortunately we never got to review it. But, yep. So that is it for me. Tune in tomorrow morning at 10. That's when the race should be posted for the final race before the chase at Nashville Super Speedway. So thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Here are the points for the Chick-fil-A Series.